What's up? This is Vidar here, and today I will be doing the continuation of Ep 2, or stream number 2 of my Let's Build series, in episode 2, I began the build of the GM in an orange and white template. And it gave you parts to replace the silly orange fin and orange dot on the backpack. Orange fin on the backpack, and the orange dot on the opposite side of it, and instead replace it with two beam saber holding parts. Because in the anime, the beam sabers are stored in the knees, but in the actual kit, the beam saber handles have no storage, so that kind of shortens out the amount of parts left over in an extra baggie. So let's show you the kit for all it has right now by sending you guys back to where it is. And here it is. The kit is really straightforward. Of course, let's do a size comparison of the kit first. Rifle attached. We'll compare it to a grunt suit of the same size. The Jim, which is a recreation of the GM from Mobile Suit Gundam, except now the Jim was released for Fighters Try for the Gundam Build Fighters OVA as a grunt suit for the Gundam Mafia. And putting them together, they are about, the Jim is a little bit higher than the GM3 Beammaster. That's a little bit higher. And of course, has more of a, is about the same width. Height is all it's different, and the beam sabers attachments make it a little bit, with the attachments on, make it a little bit higher, make it a little bit taller, or the exact same height as the Of course, this kit does have more shelf presence because of its heavy artillery design. And let me move these guys over here so they're both in frame. Even though they're both mobile suits of the same frame type, which is a GM, they have different shelf presences and appearances. Now let's bring in a less shelf presence suit from a different mobile suit series altogether. Let's bring in the Gundam. Hold on. I'm just setting it up into a position, into a pose off screen. Let's bring in the 1-to-1 red frame. Of course, the red frame just by itself doesn't have much presence. But if I can find it over here in this massive pile and get the transformation thing going, if we move the backpack down and attach the flight pack, it's still, they will both hold the same shelf presence. The only difference is the Astray is longer because of its fins, because of these fins in the backpack. Even without them, the kit still with the flight pack on, holds the shelf presence of the GM3 Beammaster. Now comparing it to my newly full custom version kit of the same coming from the same series, the 00 Diver 7 sword. The 7, they both hold the same amount of shelf presence. The only difference is that this giant sword is attached while this one is holding a standard beam rifle. Now, let's just go on to aesthetics. What I call this new custom version isn't Beam Master, but instead I call it GM3 Cataphract. The GM3 Cataphract. The design for this was inspired by the Cataphracts from Aldnoah 0. I forgot the exact name and how to pronounce it, but it reminded me of the space of the Cataphract of the standard Cataphracts from Aldnoah 0. The orange Cataphract used Naho Kaiska. It kind of reminded me of that suit, that kind of machine, when I saw the side splendors, which should be on the waist armor, and the missile packs on the waist armor should be down there. So I kind of just swapped those out. I attached the Gatling gun onto the back of the waist, and of course the beam saber attachments I was talking about are these two things right here. They're holding the beam sabers onto the kit. Along with that, I built the shield. The shield is simply 3 parts. 2 are from the same runner. 2 are from the orange and the yellow star are from the A runner. The white part is the B runner, and the black part that's holding it in is from, I believe, the F runner. It's from one of the black frames, and the thing that holds the part that holds them together is one of the remaining polycaps. If I'm correct, and I have the polycaps right here, they are part number 14. Polycap number 14. Which you will be using in one other thing on the kit. I don't remember which one it was exactly. I think it was in the waist. Yeah, it's in the waist. Anyways, moving on from that, articulation for it right now is really cool. You have full 360 in the arms, but because the Gatling gun is attached onto the back of the waist, the right arm full rotation is blocked by the missile pods on its shoulders, and the shield does get in the way of, and the barrel does get in the way of the shield from going full 360. But it does have full 360. Of course, both wrists are, which is the trigger finger holding in the beam rifle right now. I might as well just bring the camera in so I can show you all the details up close and show you its design up close. With all this detail inside the suit, it's hard that you wouldn't want to customize it like this, using parts that come in the kit. Of course, for the missile pods right here, there are variant pieces. Right now, the doors are shut. There are variant pieces you could put on where the missile pods are open, but you will have to color in or paint in these missile pods red. I do have a red acrylic paint to color them in, but I don't trust myself to use it, and it is satin brick red. Though, if you do end up using red, I'd say use a bright red or a standard red to kind of even it out. Now, as you can see, the beam rifle is just pretty standard. The shield is standard Earth Federation design. And of course, the newer part, the Gatling gun, is of a complex design. I haven't figured out how you were going to use the chained rifle in this form, unless you removed one of the leg suspenders and attached the rifle onto that, and then used it like that, and then when the ammo or power finally ran out, switch to the other splitter. I never really figured that out, how this was gonna work, but if you are doing kind of like a action roleplay with the kind of like stop motion, the shoulder missile packs can eject just by pushing back on them, but because I'm holding the camera, I can't really demonstrate that, so let me turn the camera around, move it up to here, and bring it closer. I'll remove the shield. All you have to do is just push back, and they'll fall off. Because all that they do to attachment is this one peg right here just slides gotta kind of have it just pushes back in and it'll stay like that. But now that we have the shoulder without the armor, you will see that without the shoulder armor, the missile packs, it does have less armor. So if you do a full rotation like this, you will still get blocked by the Gatling gun, but it is still possible even without missile packs. Let's remove the Gatling gun. What I used to, of course, with this new weight onto it, these will obviously start falling off a lot easier. The way I held the Gatling gun onto the back of the waist is that it has this secondary handle. So that way, if you're only using one of the main handles, because there are two, then you will be able to use, if you have it in Gatling mode and are only using one of these two handles, this third handle is supposed to fold out sideways for you to grip it, and it'll kind of like a support handle on the back of the waist. What I did was I simply took the rifle, took the changeling, bent the secondary handle down like this, that way it's at a side angle, and then I pegged it into the one on the left, on the right side if you're putting it in this way, so that way the barrel is to its left, is aiming left. Put it in on the right side, but if you're doing it the opposite way, turn the handle the opposite way and do the exact same thing, put it on the left side. So without the rifle attached, the arm does get full 360 rotation without, or with the missile pack on. So the kit is completely well-rounded in this state. The way that this suit works is that because of the multiple thrusters along with body, it does have great propulsion and great speed in space and flight. The reason why I put these barrel things on the bottom of the legs is because it was part of the Cataphracts design. The Cataphracts weren't the Cataphracts made by humans, or I forgot what they, in fiction, what they call people who still live on Earth. I forgot what they are, what they're called, but the Earth people who still live on Earth, have their Cataphracts with this unique leg design that they fold out kind of like wings. The best way to describe it would be, god damn it. Let's take one of the wing gun's wings, because this would be the perfect example. It would be that the wings would kind of be like this, sideways on it, and then for them to travel fast, kind of like in a hover mode. The wings move down into this position, and they start hovering, kind of like wind gliding. And that was how they would travel faster than simple running. And it was kind of a design I liked about the series. Now, if you are going to be using the gun mode on this, I do have a figurative way to do it. Move it to the back peg, bring it up like this. Of course, I'm going to take off the beam rifle hand and put on the normal hand. Attach the changeling rifle. And in this position, you don't really have a way to grip onto the handle. And this knee part where it's attaching onto the leg is getting really annoying because of how loose it is. So the only way I would think... Oh my god. These are so fucking annoying. God damn it! All I could think is keep it on the first one, just reverse it all the way like this, get into a kneeling position, and god damn it, even that doesn't work. Basically, the only way to do it, remove it off the side. I am getting, after this review is over, I am getting the fucking Tamiya Instant Cement, and I'm gluing this shit onto the leg. It falls off so much with these missile attachments on it. Falls off so much, but I'm keeping it in this state. I'm just gonna keep them off and keep the missile things off along with the changeling rifle. Either way, let me while I have it removed, let me tell you about the changeling rifle. They know Bandai is a cunt for making it. You wanna know why? It has a good design, but the kit can't wield it without the hand popping out of the arm. And even if you do get it to hold it, you don't have much range of movement with it because of the way the waist is put together. The only way they can actually make you wield it is if you have it, when you have the binary attached to it, is you hold the binary with this little handle right here, like this, and then you either grab one of the main handles or you grab the secondary handle. But if you go for the secondary handle, you gotta cut off these two side handles, because the side handles I'm gonna give you on this shit. But there is another way to use this rifle, which is without the binary. Even then, I'm not even sure if it's supposed to go like this because of how the hands work. But you take both of them, and there, like that. So, sort of reminding me of the Delta Plus from Gundam Build Fighters Try. It's fucking design. Because now that I have those all that stuff removed, the missile pods do rotate on the waist So you can get it going up to here, or all the way up to here. Though I do like to keep it like this, kind of to keep the cataphract aesthetic, even if the leg things are removed. Now, I'm going to remove the missile pods for this next one. All missile pods, so you get kind of like what the base suit is in the design that I built it. I'm going to reattach these side leg parts. And without any missile pods, or gun attachments, or anything, in just pure melee, not even a shield, just the raw kit itself, not any excess attachments except for maybe the beam sabers, is a really, really rounded out kit. The only thing that might be outstanding a little bit too much is the knee armor. It kind of goes out a little bit too far. Kind of gives me a design feel of the Atlas Gundam. Of Gundam Atlas. But other than that, the entire kit is well-rounded in every aspect. Now, of course, these handles do come off, and you do get 2 beam saber effect parts. And you just... I am so gluing that part. But you wanna know why? It fell off again! One thing about this kit, nothing fucking sticks! Off camera, I tried putting on the stickers on the knees and everywhere else that I didn't put stickers on, just to kind of make it look like the original thing a little bit. But no, they wouldn't stay. Not at all. Beam saber effect blades on, the kit looks amazing. Bringing out this, the shield, it looks more like the GM3. Of course, the waist armor that I'm using for these missile pods is the one from the original GM3. The GM3 armor that comes where the Beam Master is designed to hold the Splendor things in. And they do a good job of it, but it's not really my own preference to use them like that. So, I don't use them at all. And even after this review is all over and done with, I am still going to keep the kit as I'm presenting it right now. So, while I have you here, why don't I just do the gluing now? I'm going to be using Tamiya Extra Thin Cement. And that's right, I did say cement. Because this thing is fucking annoying. It's annoying as all hell. It is kind of a hassle to do to sit in my chair for a long time because I don't have an office chair, I have a folding chair. So I do take breaks when building, which is why I suggested putting this kit in a part 2. This kit built in a part 2 because I wanted to just kind of sit down on my couch away from the building and streaming like I usually do. And just kind of relax, chill out. Do my normal schedule. Another task my mom gave me before she left for work. And now, we digress into the final review of the kit. If you are going to build this kit straight assembly, with every sticker, every attachment, and aren't going to make any modifications at all, I review this kit a 4 out of 10. But if you are going to kind of use the parts in this kit as a scrap, you get this kit as kind of like a scrap kit to upgrade another different kit, or upgrade this kit, or upgrade this kit to make it decent in all aspects. And I give this kit a 9 out of 10. Reason why it's a 9 out of 10 and not a 10 out of 10 customization is for one simple reason. Amongst all the customizations, you have to get the glue to glue the customized parts or upgraded format of this kit together. And the fact that amongst it all, I haven't even done panel lining on this kit. For my next review, I think I'm gonna go something more classic to my own use. That Yuki Tatsuya that the Majin would build. Something that would burn bright red.